Workout. So what do I have for you today? It is my Shine chest and back, but this is the ab edition. So we aren't going to do any breaks. We are just going to keep moving. So instead of a break, we'll do an ab exercise. Don't be afraid. We're all in this together. We're going to make it work. Some things that I want you to remember. Really, really important to use excellent form. When you don't use good form, you open yourself up to injury. We don't want any injuries. Like, no, thank you. That's the last thing any of us need. So I'm just getting my post ready to share. I have to figure out a better way to do this because, hold on. Yeah, I have to figure out a better way to do this, and I haven't figured that out yet. But let's go ahead and start our warm-up. And let me just say hi to you guys, because that's my favorite part. So Anna works out with me about 1 day a week. We were supposed to work out yesterday, but the weather was not very nice. She usually does my Jane Club workout with me on Wednesdays, but the weather was yuck and raining and stuff, and so I ended up having to work out inside, and we can't be socially distant and be inside. So that solved that pretty much right off the bat, which we didn't like it. Nope. We missed our workout. Good morning, Bonnie. Pull your knee into your chest. I know that we're not going to work our legs today, but might as well stretch it out. Reach up to the sky, bend to one side, and then to the other. I want you to push your palms towards me, round your back, and lift up. Anna and I have no idea what's happening with the weather here because it's just crazy. It's literally like 40 degrees right now. All right, so the first one we're going to do, I'm going to do on the ball, Anna's going to do on her mat, and it is a tricky chest press. So we are going to do 15 reps, okay? You're going to roll out on your ball. If you're on the ball, if you're on the mat, you're just going to lay flat on your back with your knees bent. If you're on the ball, you want the ball on the upper part of your back. I want you driving up through your heels, keeping your toes up off the ground to really hit those hamstrings and glutes. Your quads are tight, your abs are tight. You have 8, 10, 12-pound weights. You can go heavier because it's a press, so you're going to press up. Come halfway down, all the way back up, all the way down to your arms are in a 90-degree angle. So again, why do I love the ball? Why am I obsessed with the ball? Because right now, my lower body is screaming. It is burning, it is on fire. I am driving my hips up really high. I am squeezing my glutes, hamstrings, quads, abs. So working my chest. But my lower body's like, we thought it was our day off. What are you doing? Nope. How do your weights feel? If your form is good, that's awesome. I want them, they should be feeling kind of heavy right now. So we have 5 more. If you're not having to struggle a little bit and really fight to do these reps, your weight's not heavy enough. 2 more. 1 more. So good. And the kids have been playing on my ball. And you know how I can tell the kids have been playing on my ball? Because it's mushy. So you want a firm ball. You see mine's not quite so firm because Vivian's been going and bouncing on it in the living room. And that makes the air come out. So blow up your ball, make it firm. It makes it harder to keep your balance out. Okay, next one, we are going to do an around the world ab exercise. So I want your feet out in front of you, straight. Sorry, I'm going to back up a little bit so you can see me. So what you're going to do is you're going to reach around. So you're going to lean back a little bit. Listen, if this hurts your lower back, don't do it. You can keep your legs bent for a little bit more control. You can also have your kids or hold on to your feet or tuck them under the couch. So we're going to do 16 total. One direction and then the other direction. Squeeze those abs. This is 5, 16 total. How does it feel? This one's really challenging. Oh, hi, Gypsy. She just walks right by. We step on her. We bump into her. She doesn't care.
She's seen it all at this point.
Do you see her side is all pink?
Oh, yeah.
She laid down on chalk, one of the chalk drawings the kids had done, and like had like a 4-hour nap. We can't get the chalk off of her. Hi, sweetness. We can't get the pink chalk off you, can we? That night, she was asleep in her little room, and I went in, I was like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, Eli, did you put dye all over Gypsy? He's like, no, I promise. That wasn't me. And everybody's like, Eli. I
That's
know.
a use for all the obscure stuff.
I know. We're all like, Eli, and he's like, I know that sounds like something I would do, but I didn't do it. Okay, next one we are going to do. One of my favorite back exercises, definitely warming up. Definitely. Okay, we are going to be doing a swimmer's crawl. So you're going to have your feet hip width apart. You're going to hinge over, and you are going to do a crawl. So I want your hands centered, and I want you to really squeeze your back. I am only going with my 2 pounds because of my elbow. 1 and 1 is 1, so we're doing 15. So hinge over. So 1 and 1 is 1. Your abs are tight. Hi. So again, you're going to want to rotate your body out. Don't do it. I want your chest facing the ground, because when you don't rotate your body, you have to really squeeze your back. When you rotate your body, you're working more your arms. So 5 more. Squeeze. How do your weights feel? If you need to drop down, do it. Just don't quit. And 1. Whew. Love those, love those, love those. Oh, Rochelle. Rochelle says hi, Anna.
Hi, Rochelle.
Rochelle lives in Laredo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What's the weather like there?
She's from Tennessee, so she knows. You say that to me, it means nothing. Okay, next what we're going to do. Go back to our ab exercise. We are going to do a flat hammock. So, you are going to start flat, squeeze and go into a hammock, go back, squeeze in and go to a hammock. Very important. If your neck starts to get tired, you can cross your arms behind your head to give you a little bit of head support. So we're going to do 15 of those. Lie flat, keep your feet together, squeeze your abs into a hammock. You've got to breathe. You're going to want to hold your breath like crazy. Don't do it. 10 more. Remember, cross your arms if you need to. But don't, you can use your hands, but I don't want you pulling on your neck. 3, 2, oh. Anna. Brutal. Brutal. Okay, so what's the deal? If you're sitting home and you only did 8 of those in the time that it took me to do the 15, what should you do? Absolutely nothing. Pat yourself on the back. You just did 8 more of something than you would have done if you stayed in bed. So one thing I'm huge on is not getting down on yourself, not being hard on yourself. We're showing up. We're showing up. And that's the most important part. Okay, next one we're going to do. This is a great total body exercise, but we are doing it focusing on our chest and our back. So we're going to do a balancing plank. So you're going to get into a plank. Your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. You're going to lift your arm and your leg, go to your other arm and your leg. So obviously your core is going to be working like crazy, but what you want to squeeze is you're going to be pushing up through your chest, and then you're going to be squeezing your back when you lift that arm, okay? But we're working everything. So your feet are apart, so we're going to do 16 total. You get that arm up as high as you can. Picture those back muscles working. When you need a break, you take it. 10 more. Ah, good Lord. Did anyone see the drive-by that just happened? More like a collision. She literally walked right into my face. So, Gypsy is 15, and at least 3 times a week, we think she's on her last legs. We're like, she is acting weird. She is just sleeping a lot. And then she does something like that. Or she starts hopping around like a puppy. So, we just try to keep her happy. Oh, good morning, Michelle. Oh, she's super sweet. Most of the time she sleeps through my workouts. But, okay, next one. Oh, love, love, love. T-fly, one of my favorite exercises. I'm going to give you a word of warning. Make sure you have awesome control of your weights. If you do not, you could be very uncomfortable, and I'll explain why. I would normally use 8s because I've been doing these for a while. If you haven't, you should start with 5s. So we are going to do a T-fly. So actually, I'm going to do it on the ball, and Anna can do it on the ground. So you're going to roll out on your ball. Remember, if your feet are together, it's going to be harder. So T-fly, you open up into a fly, squeeze your chest to close. Then you have to really squeeze your chest to lower these weights. If you lower them too fast, they're going to hit your pelvic bone, and you're going to be mad. And you're probably going to be mad at me. So that's why I'm warning you ahead of time. Okay, so open, close, lower, and back up. We're doing 15. So if you started with an 8, you might only get a few of these in before you determine that you cannot control that downward motion very well. But just be careful. Oh, I'm wobbling on this half-inflated ball. 10 more, open, squeeze your chest to close. But obviously if you're on the ball, remember you're driving up through your heels, squeezing your hamstrings, glutes, quads, abs. Oh my gosh, I don't know what's more on fire. 7 more. 5 more. Oh, I need a break. Woo! How are you doing, Anna?
Pretty good. I'm getting tired.
What are you using?
5s.
Okay, yeah, the 5s are good. Again, even if you start with the 8s. 2 more. You're probably going to end up dropping down. Now, remember we did the presses before, and I said you can go heavier with a press than you can with a fly. So just be aware of that. Oh, I really do love that. Okay, next we're going to do total body, but concentrating on our abs. I want you in a plank position, and you're going to touch out, out, in. So we're obviously going to be working everything. I want you to really picture your abs in your mind's eye. I want you to see what they're doing. So out, out, in. We're going to do 10 of them. Your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. Step out, out, in. Lead with the other leg, so you're alternating. You know what, we're gonna do 15. Why not? We'll just take breaks if we need to. We have 10 more. So again, if you take a break, no more than 3 to 4 seconds. Squeeze those abs. Don't hold your breath. 6 more. I'm going to take a little break before my final 5. I don't want your butt sticking up in the air. Okay? 3, 2, come on. Charlie, are you out there? That one's good. Good, good, good. Challenging, but good. So, Anna, I have a woman who works out with me. And her son Charlie has been getting up early for school every day and doing ViscoFit with her.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah, and her daughter does it sometimes too. Okay, next one we're gonna do. Bent over, row your bells. So I want you to go a little bit heavier. Your feet are hip width apart. I don't want to cover Anna. Hinge over, and you're gonna row and row. Okay, you're right up by your armpit. Squeeze your back, squeeze your abs, work hard. That's 1. That's 2. Keep your abs tight. Do not let your body rotate out. You are squeezing your back to get these weights up. My life has changed drastically since strengthening my back. I used to hurt it a lot. I had a weak core, I had a weak back. As soon as I strengthened both of those areas, I never tweaked my back anymore. 5 more. And another thing, for those of you who are newer to my workouts, a comment that I get a lot from women is, I don't want to bulk up. I don't want to look like a man. You are not going to look like a man by doing my workouts. There's just no chance. We're not working with heavy enough weights to do that. The most I'll ever lift with is a 20, and that's usually legs. So please don't worry about that. Bulking up and getting big muscles is a very intentional thing that you need to do. You have to work with really heavy weights. You have to eat a certain way. That's not what we're about here, so don't worry about it. It is a myth. Okay. I love working my obliques. And why do I love working my obliques? Because when you work your obliques, they show results. So it was a huge problem area for me after having kids. And so once I started working on my abs and being intentional, it finally went away. I could not get rid of them before working out with weights. You have a light weight. You do not have to have a weight. If your hands are behind your head, do not pull on your neck. Okay? You are going to squeeze and down, squeeze and down. I want you to put your hand right here and feel your obliques tighten up. Now, do you see how slowly I'm going? I'm doing it for a reason. I want you to really have to squeeze. 10 more. Five more. Really squeeze. Take those breaks if you need to. Drop your weight if you need to. Don't hold your breath. Good work. Other side. So chest and back is one of those workouts that I always feel like, oh, you know what, I'm really sore. I want to do like a less strenuous workout. And maybe because I call it Shine, it sounds like all happy and light. But it's one of those workouts that's deceptively challenging. But if you're only using 2-pound weights for the whole thing, you're not going to get the same results. You're not going to have the same soreness. 5 more. but I do love rolling abs into it. I was feeling the need for abs. Oh, Christine, good morning. I love when you guys say hi. I really do. Okay, so the next one we're going to do, go with heavier weights. We are going to do a bridge chest press. So you are going to have your toes up in the air. I want you to drive up through your heels, and you're going to drive up and then lower. Squeeze your chest. Now again, you want to have heavy enough weights. I left my Tims inside, so I'm making my own Tims. So when you press up, you're above your chest, not your face. You are driving up through those heels so insanely that your hamstrings, glutes, abs, quads are on fire. Don't rest your elbows when they come down. 5 more. I think I probably should have used 12s or 15s. I don't have those here. And when you're doing a press, you don't want to be, like I would never try to hold a 10 and a 5 in each hand. It's too unstable. But I need to get heavier weights for here, given that I'm in quarantine here. Have some water. Teresa, good morning. Oh, Teresa, you go by Terry. I always forget. I just call you by your Facebook name. All right. Ooh. So one of the things you know, if you've done my workouts, is I really like to work this trunk. This rotating motion. Think about everything you do that involves that rotating motion. It's bending down to pick something up. It's reaching in the back seat to hand something to your kid. It's putting something up in a cabinet and reaching down to get something else to put up there. It's also one of the easiest ways that I used to tweak my back. So I really like to strengthen our trunks. Okay, so I want you to sit with your legs crossed. You are going to touch the weight from one side to the other. This is where you're going to feel it. I want you slow and controlled. So 1 and 1 is 1. We're doing 15. Try not to rotate your body too much. These are deceptively difficult.
Yes.
Right?
Just thinking that.
And these are one of the things that tomorrow when you wake up, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, okay. Clearly, some muscles that are not used to being worked out. 5 more. Drop your weight if you need to. Do not quit. Charlie, do you know that your mom got me a shirt that says we don't quit at ViscoFit? So that was super special. And I'm so disappointed because I left it in New York. Because when I left New York, I didn't realize I would be leaving 4 months. I thought, I'll take a few things. And that was in the laundry, and I didn't take it, and I'm very bummed out.
That's a really awesome gift.
Isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Woo! So before we did the bent over row your bells. Now we're going to stand up, and we are going to squeeze up. So you're going to feel this in your shoulders and your upper back. Please go heavy enough. It's important. So 1 and 1. So I want you to close your eyes and feel your upper back muscles engaging. Your feet are hip width apart, your core is tight. So again, you're going to feel this in your arms and your shoulders. But what I want you to focus on, close your eyes and picture, are those muscles in your upper back. Squeeze. 5 more. For those of you watching, how is the transmission? We're getting through our first week of simulcasting. So all in all, I'm pretty happy. For those of you doing the playback, I also want to know, I got really good feedback yesterday, which is incredible. Let me see how we're doing for time. We're doing really, really, really well. Oh, okay. So this is a more advanced ab movement. And it's one of those ones that you could say, I can't do it. I'm too weak. My core isn't tight enough, blah, blah, blah. No, 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 no. So I'm going to show you a modification. So this is, it's called a rock and stand. So you're going to sit, you're going to put your feet over your head, you're going to propel yourself forward, you're going to drive up. You have to really engage your abs to get you to the top. If you cannot get to standing, just get your legs up as high as you can, squeeze your abs. Even if you get your butt 3 inches off the ground, I don't care. What I want you to do is engage your abs to just bring you up even a little bit, okay? So you can keep your hands here also to push you up if you want to. We're doing 15. Okay, baby, I am gonna kick you right in the face. And I don't wanna do that because I like you. So again, very challenging, but you will get there. I used to not be able to get up when I did these. How are you doing?
I'm working around you.
Take those breaks when you need to. I hear her. 5 more. Squeeze. You really need to make your abs work, and your legs are going to be screaming too. Whew, 2 more. I'm sorry about those.
Those are really hard.
They are really hard.
I really like this.
So I'll tell you that, don't take offense to this, Anna, but I love kicking Anna's ass because, kind of for the same reason that I like when I challenge the kids. She's 21 years younger than me, and so I feel like if I've gotten myself to the point where I'm keeping up with a 30-year-old, I'm really proud of myself. I'm really proud of myself. So, and you can do it, I promise. Okay, next one I want you to do. We're gonna get into a plank. I would like you to have weights. I have mine kind of in a triangle position facing each other. Put your feet wide, and you're gonna row up. So 1 and 1 is 1, we're doing 15. You have got to keep everything tight. If the weights hurt your hands, keep your hands on the floor and just row up and then release the weight before you grab the other one. 10 more. Take a break when you need to. Again, everything's tight. Your core is working crazy hard, but your back is working crazy hard too. 5 more. Come on, fight. Drop the weights if you need to. So at any point, when we're doing an exercise like that, that has us in a plank position, if at any point you cannot go anymore, feel free to keep your feet wide and just stay in a plank, if you can. If not, take a break, get back into it. Take another break, get back into it. Again, we're not really, wow, Rochelle, I have no idea which one you're talking about, but I think it's the rock and stand. That's what I'm gonna guess. All right, guys, we're gonna do one more ab exercise. It's one of the kids' favorites, so I'm gonna do it for the kids. So you keep your feet together, lean back. 1 and 1 is 1. You can pick your feet up if you want a bigger challenge. So we're doing 15. Squeeze your abs, breathe. Five more. And we're done. So, stretch out. I want your hands and feet as far away from each other as they will go. Rock yourself up. Get on all fours. Your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. I want you to round your back. Arch your back. Round your back. Arch your back. Thank you for joining me. I really, really love you guys. Lace your fingers behind your back and then lift up if you can to really stretch out your chest. Then I want you to get apart and pretend like you're hugging your exercise ball. Stretch out your back. Oh, feels so good. Love you guys. I will be on tomorrow with Total Body. If you want a tip, you know I appreciate it. Sean-Visco on Venmo. I also have PayPal and Zelle if you want that info. This was great. I needed this. I was a little bummed out this morning. I told Anna. I was like, I'm just a little bummy this morning. So this was very, very helpful for me. So have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, Anna.